Well, they did it. They knocked down another statue in Portland because oppression? Hey, thanks for joining me today. Now, this happened in my city of Portland, Oregon. Last night, they took it down. They took down another statue and damaged it in one of my favorite parks, Mount Tabor. But yeah, let's get to the story. In the aftermath of a Monday night Antifa riot at the police Portland Union headquarters, another statue of a historic American figure was found toppled and damaged. Local reports are unclear when the memorial was damaged, though some images purport to show the letters BLM written on the plinth. Plinth is the column, little pedestal that a statue was on. The statue, honoring Harvey W Scott, considered one of the most influential editors of the Oregonian, was discovered toppled and broken, according to the same newspaper, Tuesday morning. The precise timing of the presumed vandalism and the perpetrators still remain unknown. Local reporting notes this marks the fifth Portland area statue to be torn down in 2020. Artworks dedicated to Presidents Teddy Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, and George Washington precede the local newsman who died in 1910. Scott's paper noted Tuesday that protesters nationwide have targeted statues as symbols of long-standing oppression. But this is really disappointing, Statue wasn't doing anything to anyone. It was far from anyone noticing it, and these fools had to knock it down and spray paint BLM on it. It's disgusting. And frankly, if people wanted to rid the city of these statues, the local politicians are so terrible, you could probably just ask them to do it and they would take it down. But no one is asked for these statues to be removed. What was this guy's big crime? He was a Republican. As far as I can tell, that's the big problem with Mr. Harvey Scott. But then, they also this year knocked down statues of George Washington, Theodore Roosevelt, who came up with those terrible, oppressive national parks. Right? We can't have him. Lincoln, he wrote that oppressive Emancipation Proclamation. And Jefferson, this is just really insane. And the people that do this, Cyrus, in Portland, if you wanted to have statues removed or have the city government take a look at it, I think you could make a petition and they'd probably do it because they're so weak and they bend the knee to anything on the far left. That's the tough thing about this upcoming mayoral race in Portland is this sums it up well. This is a tweet from Peter Boghossian, the great Peter Boghossian. Imagine living in a city in which the alternative to a feckless mayor who desperately wants to be liked by those who despise him is someone who lies about having a PhD, implicitly supports domestic terrorism, and actively seeks to undermine Western civilization. Imagine Portland. And that's why I couldn't vote for either of them. I wrote in Peter Boghossian on my ballot and turned it in this weekend. But this is really, really sad. I don't know what to say. I know that anybody that would do such a thing is weak and they don't have the guts to do any of the real work to change things in the city that they don't like. They can't make a petition. They don't try to work through local government to make changes. They just go out and wreck things like a little child. It reminds me of being in middle school and you would go out and throw toilet paper over the trees of a girl you liked or something like that. But that was cute when you were 11. And then you get into high school and you stop doing that because that's what children do. And that's kind of how I look at anyone that would topple a statue, especially a statue of a pioneer like Scott. But anyway, those are just my thoughts on it. I would love to know your opinion on another statue knocked down in Portland. And I was just thinking, I think all of the big white men are taken down in Portland. I don't know where they're going to go next. Is it going to be Sacagawea? Because, she was complicit. I mean, there is a big Paul Bunyan statue. I know he's make-believe. So I don't know what problem they would have with that. I don't know. I just don't know. But please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have an awesome day. Peace.